Hello random people from the internet. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made a giant Lego minifigure out of actual Lego bricks for absolutely no reason at all. I was basically a bit bored. I started doing this because I was watching some TikToks from Legoland Discovery Center, Arizona, and they were talking about the big models, and I was like, I could do one of those. I could make one. I also realised I could because I had a ton of red bricks that I just didn't know what to do with them, so I was like, yes, let's make a cool big thing. I started one night on the 1st of June, and I started by getting some just blurry reference images off of Google. It was really hard to get started because I had to count the studs across the feet off of these blurry images to try and actually get the proportions right, but I got there in the end. On the first evening, I had 2 little feet that aren't that little at all. I then got up the next morning and immediately started working on it again, and I got pretty much both legs done. And I remember running down the stairs to my parents because they hadn't seen them yet. They didn't know what I was doing. They had absolutely no idea I'd started this, and I just ran down the stairs saying, "Would you like to see my legs?" So that was quite entertaining. I also started the top of the hinge piece of the legs, if that makes sense. You can see in these pictures, but I still didn't know how to actually connect the legs, which wasn't very helpful. So that's what I'd completed, and then I was just there what do I do now? So I then went and found more blurry reference images because apparently I just need all of them. Oh, this one here was this is a really good reference image. It helped me so much when I was trying to build this. The reason why I kept having to find these blurry reference images is because before I started making it, I went all over YouTube and everything trying to find videos of people making something like this, but nobody had actually done anything. And then I was like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make one of these, and then I'm gonna make a video on it so then people can build one themselves if they have enough bricks. I then actually connected the legs with the little hinge piece in the middle and tried to put it all together properly, and I think it worked quite well. I then started building the torso. I've decided I would do a blue and white pattern, just blue and white stripes. I got halfway done and then I realised I didn't like how it looked at all. I just didn't want it to look like that. So I completely took the whole of the torso apart and did it just white with a little purple heart in the middle because I was like, yes, that's going to be really cute. I then got started on the head because I had no idea how to do the arms or the hands well, that was about it. So I started with the same face from one of the reference images I showed earlier, and this is how it went. You can see in this image that I'm watching the Inside Legoland documentary, and there's just a random crunchy there. Because why not? I also put one of these 4x4 round pieces on the bottom, so then I could attach it to one of the I don't know what to call them, the spinny 4x4 pieces. So you put it on top of I can put it on top of the whole torso and it'll actually spin quite nicely. And here we have more reference images, because what more could you want in life? This is also just my Tower of Grogu's for comparison of size, because it's actually really giant. I mean, yeah, it's quite big. I'm just gonna say that it is really big. We then had our first breakage. I was trying to move him to him now. Anyway, I was trying to move him and his leg broke, so I panicked and just put him on my chair. It doesn't look that bad in this picture, but then if you look at the next one, it's just ah. And so I took a video as well because I was just there what do I do? How am I going to fix this? I ended up removing it and I had to take off both legs and then reattach them. They also left a dent in my chair. The dent is now gone, don't worry. I then continued with the head, but I didn't know what to put on top. Do I just make it a bald head? Do I put a hat? Do I put hair? And I ended up deciding I'm going to make a top hat. Because, we love top hats here. During the construction of the top hat, my friend Jasper sent me a picture, sent on a Discord server a picture of him and a cat, and so I recreated that picture with Lego, because why not? His YouTube channel will be linked in the description. You should go check him out after you've watched this video. This is what the minifigure looks like with that head on. I think it looks amazing, although as you can see in all of these pictures, the top of the top hat is cut out, because if you look at it with the top hat not cut out, it's just so small and it doesn't look very good. So we're just going to pretend it's a full-size top hat right now. And here we have some more reference images taken off of Instagram. Follow these people because they took cool Legoland Hotel photos. I also took this picture. It was me while I was in a Zoom meeting, and I just had him in the background with me because I thought that would be quite entertaining to see people's reactions on the Zoom meeting. These are photos actually I'd taken myself when I went to Legoland Hotel years ago, and I found them on my camera, so they were also very helpful. By the way, all of my reference images will be linked in the description of not my next video, but like one of my later videos, because I'm going to do a video on how you can make this yourself and with all the proportions and everything, so it'll all be good, don't worry. If you want to make this, I will make a video on it eventually. I also went on holiday, so I took a picture of the shark dude because I thought he was cool. I went searching for more reference images since apparently I didn't have enough, and I came across this guy called MC Survival Man, and he had some great like photos of renders he'd done of big minifigures, and I think he works at Legoland, and so there were tons of photos, and I was like, oh, this is great, I can use these. And there were also some cool weapons and like accessories, and I was like, I've got nothing to lose, I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm gonna get in touch. So I showed him what I'd made, and if he had any tips it would be great. And he sent me back this lovely message. I'm just going to leave it on screen. You can read it yourself. While I was waiting for his response, which I thought would be like a good few days, because to get that it would take a while. So I finished the top of the torso. I put like the spinny thing on there. And I also properly went over the top of the legs, so then the hinge bit at the top would fit on it properly. Now I've finished the top hat, so all is good. And as happens a lot while making this, I had another breakage, so I took him apart and fixed it, and then I got a reply back from the guy I contacted. Oh, also his Instagram will be linked in the description. He's got some really cool photos on his Instagram page. He sent me back these renders of arms, so then I would be able to make one, which it was so helpful. They were so detailed and helped so much. I immediately got to work on the arms because I was just so excited, and I finished like almost one arm in the whole day. I was also wondering how to attach them, so I was going to use a Technic pin, and so I removed a brick to see if I could make something work, and there was one of these bricks on the other side of it, like perfectly there, so that it works so well. I also had to take off the top to see if it was okay on the other side, because I mean, it's not going to be very helpful if it's not going to work. And it looks good, so that's what I did. This image is one of my favourites because it just shows how minifigure-like it is. From the front, I don't really like how... No, I do like how it looks. It just doesn't look as cool as it does from the side, because from the side, the arms just look so good on it. You can see what I mean by it not looking as good from the front. There's a photo of it on my chair, just to show how big it is. And there's another one that I really like. It's just a good image. It just is. Now, during my break of not building anything else because I didn't think I had enough bricks for the arms or the hands, I went to a Lego designer's wedding. And look at the cute little cake toppers. I like Miniland style. His Instagram account will also be linked in the description. We ordered some yellow 2x1s, and I got to work on the other arm. I then also got to work on the hand because he kind of needs a hand. Although I didn't have enough yellow bricks to actually finish that. You can see in this image the round bricks that I used for the wrist aren't actually the same colour as the hand. That's just because I didn't own any and I didn't want to order any. So I just used these ones, which I'm pretty sure were from like Andrea's microphone in that one big Lego Friends set. Anyways, moving on. We ordered some more yellow bricks. We got some 1x1s, and then later on I got some 1x3s, so they were very helpful. At this point we just had a drawer for like the arms, and that's the start of a sword that I started making for it, but I never actually finished it because I didn't have enough grey pieces. Here is the arm in a weird perspective, but it's fine. Here are some photos of the inside because I'm pretty sure I needed to do some editing and didn't want to break it. And this is the funky mechanism. It's not really a mechanism, it's just a block that I had to put inside to make sure the hand stayed in the right place all the time and that it didn't fall out and everything was okay. Here's like just me showing you how to put the hand on, if that's helpful at all. I faced so many problems with this, like, I don't even know what's happening there, but something is not right. It just didn't go well. There were several times while building this that I just genuinely wanted to give up because it was that stressful. So if you're making this, make sure you have all the right pieces because it helps. Oh, and make sure you have the steel structure inside instead of just trying to make it out of bricks. It's stressful. But it's doable, as I found out. Here's a video from when I finally got it to actually sit in place right, and then it broke again. Because apparently Lego hates me. And then I did it. I made it work. It looked cool. And so I put it in. I tried to actually attach it to the body. This is the best camera angle I could get, sorry. Just watch. Just wait for it. It's gonna happen. Just wait for it. Just wait for the mistake I made. Yeah, it fell and broke, and I cried a lot. Like, look at that. After I tried to fix it, it was just there like, nope. And then it broke more. And more. And more. I think, no, obviously I definitely got it fixed, but I can't remember when I got it fixed. We then had a foot breakage, which I actually did on purpose. This one was so that I could remove the white bricks from inside the foot because I didn't actually need them there. And so I could use them to make the other arm. So here's a lovely video of me doing that. You're very welcome. After this was all done and dusted, we had another breakage and another one. And after I'd fixed both of those and everything was good, there was this. I cannot tell you how stressful these were. Anyway, after I fixed this, sometime during the time that I made the next bit, I drew this profile picture for Lego Loser. Her YouTube channel and Instagram will also be in the description. Go check her out. Trust me, it's a good idea. We got one of the arms done, and it was attached, and it wasn't broken. And the other arm was so close to being finished, I just needed the hand. But I didn't have enough yellow bricks. So I went downstairs to my handy dandy Lego box. This is actually a ton of Lego that me and my mum bought off Facebook Marketplace. And we haven't cleaned it yet, but I still needed more bricks. So I went into it and stole stuff. I didn't steal it, I just took yellow bricks. It took me a while to actually find the yellow brick bag though. There was another, I mean, it's not a breakage, it's just like a little bit that I didn't want to be there, because why? It's just broken and it's not nice. Anyways, it was so close to being done. I tell you, like, inches away. Well, not inches, I don't know. At this point, it took me like an hour to... No, it must have been more than an hour because of all of the breakages. But we had the arms done and we just needed one more hand. And I finished it. I mean, there were so many breaks during this. And look. Finally, it was done. And there is Grogu and DBX Bricks, whose Instagram will also be linked in the description. I'm doing so many like friend promos in this, it's great. Anyways, and I finished him. But there's more. There is an extra bit. As cool as this is, it is not the coolest thing about this build. Well, the whole thing is really cool. But there's some bits. There's some surprises in it. We'll go with that. For instance, if you turn around the head and open up this back bit here, there's a scene inside of Lloyd and Isel from season 4 of Ninjago fighting in a little room. I will when I do my video on, I will show you how I got him to be like that. Anyways, and then since it's the season with the Anaconda Warriors, I thought I'd put like a little purple snake poking out the side just to add a little bit more detail. Then in his right arm, there's a little section here that you might have spotted if you were looking really carefully on the section about the arms. There's a little bunny inside, just chilling there with some flowers. I just love how cute and small this is. So cute. This is at the back of the minifigure. If you go right down to the bottom here, inside there's a little beach scene where there's a sunbather and a mermaid, a little paradiser. It's like a backwards draw unit, and then a diver and a lifeguard. The other ones at the back are this one here that has some little Star Wars microfigs in the bottom, and this one here that has Grogu. This is annoying me, so that's not pushed down. Oh, sorry. It's little Grogu. He's so cute. Anyways, close that back up. And this is my giant minifigure. Thank you for watching, and please support all the channels and Instagrams and everything that I've put in the description. They are just some great people.